Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our world. Welcome to Pico Explains. This is Audrey, your fiery redhead, going on over here.
Welcome, everybody. Pico here, obviously. Uh,
Obviously.
obviously. Thank you for watching our show. Thank you for all the love, all the attention, especially me. I love it.
Yeah, we know.
Now we're gonna be
Cocky.
now we're gonna be doing another quick little segment. Um, as you know, we've done in the past where you can ask questions on our email at Pico Explains with a single S at gmail.com. The descriptions, the links are on the description box. So any kind of questions, anything show related or just curious about me, Audrey, just what we've done in the past, stuff like that, all that.
Don't be blowing up his ego more, guys. He doesn't need it. Trust me.
Yeah, I do. All right, Audrey,
Okay.
whenever you're ready, you can start.
Okay, this email is from a follower on YouTube.
Okay.
It's from Albert,
Mhm.
and he said we could use his name, so we are. If you say we can, then we will.
Mhm.
But if you don't mention that we can use your name, we're not going to. But he said he's watched some of the stories that we put up, and he said, "Hey Pico, do you have any good bar stories from back in the day?" In other words, Albert, when he wasn't old.
What are you talking about? Still look good, baby.
see, he doesn't need more ego boosts.
But yeah, I actually got quite a lot of them. But I'll bring one or two on this session here. Now, um, this was before obviously me and Audrey were together. This is what I could see
When he would misbehave more.
when I was living in California. Now, you see, when I would go to these bars, okay, I would do certain things. First and foremost, when I would walk in, you know how you see the movie, you see that suave guy walking in and stuff like
Rico
that.
Suave.
You know, like that song, "You're So Vain." But I do like to call it. What do you like to call it?
You're so lame. You're so lame.
So I'll do my thing, right? I strut on in and everything like that, looking all suave, looking all good and stuff. And I'd just be like, I'd be like, too much, Pico, too much.
See. He doesn't need any more cocky boosts, guys.
Usually, when I would be in a bar, I would observe and watch my surroundings. That was one of my major things that I would do, even when I could see. I just wanted to see where the crazy people were at, where the ones that were possibly.
And he goes straight over.
The ones that were possibly going to cause trouble, the ones that you just got to give them a little push, and then they start, they turn around they're like, oh my god, let's hang out, But
that's him.
Yeah, so that's generally how I would start it off, especially if I was with friends or just by myself, and after a little while, I love to sing. Now, especially when I get at that level, when I get a little tipsy, I like to sing, or I like to dance. Dancing was one of my biggest things.
The two things that I cannot do, he likes to do, and I'm like, oh no.
So what I would do is, especially when I get tipsy, you guys know what I'm talking about. When you guys see that one person or persons and they're sitting there and they're all dancing like in the middle of the bar, or
in
whatever,
their seat
or whatever. Yeah, that's me, guys. Okay, so yeah, I just be doing my things, like el watusi, don 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 don. I'll just move my hands. John Travolta. Like eat your heart out. I just be like. I'd be like,
God, he's such a dork, guys.
You know what I mean?
You see why I sing You're So Lame?
Yeah, I would catch attention really easy. So what I would do is I wouldn't use my name. Okay, not even my birth name or even Pico. Okay, I would I would pull a name out of my ass. Okay. So I was
welcome, Audrey. He's like, I will now. No, wait, what?
So I was dancing, right? And I was just doing my thing, right? And then this chick comes up to me. She goes, oh my God, you like to dance? Oh my God, this is my kind of favorite music. La 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 la. And I'm just like, yeah, baby.
See the cockiness. We don't need it, guys.
And I'll be like, yeah, baby, I got you. Just like. And then after a little while, they would ask me for my name. So the name I was using, I called myself Excalibur.
That sounds like the name of a condom, honey.
And so I forget her name, whatever it was, but she's like, oh my God, really? Is that really your name, Excalibur?
What was your parents thinking?
And I'm just like, yeah, that's what everybody calls me, because I'm
I'm a condom.
I'm mystical. That's what I'm trying to do. My point here is that I'm shadowy, mystic. You know what I mean? I'm just like doing the Watusi, man.
Like a condom.
I'm just like, yeah,
Look, he's never gonna hear the end of this, guys.
Excalibur, and it sounds real good. It rolls off the tongue real good when you say that. You know what I mean? And so I would always screw around with people like that. Sometimes I would use a reference name to like a movie or something, and if they would catch it, you know what I'm talking about, they would, then
call you out.
Yeah, they would not just catch it, like they know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the next step where I would take it further in, where they would be interesting enough for me to carry a conversation with. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just like everything just shone on me when I would just come in and do that, especially with my leather jacket and all that stuff. Forget about it. But that's one of the examples that I would do, and then sometimes it would be, when you come into incidents and stuff like that, and a friend or whatever would try to butt in. They're like, hey, this is such and such, my friend. It's just like
they're making you their wingman. Hey,
you need to be good to her, because it's just like, I'm watching you, Excalibur.
Listen here, Excalibur.
So yeah, so I was just gonna just trip it out on that. I would laugh, or if I'm leaving, I'm getting ready to go, whatever. If I just didn't, hook up with that person, or just I might have said something that insulted her or whatever, and I'd just be outside and I would hear that name, Excalibur. Hey, I want to talk to you. I'd be like, oh shit, it's time to go. You know what I mean? I just run and take off real quick, but. Yeah, so sometimes when I would just get into those incidents, you know what I mean? They would just come out, they're all like, drunk and everything
Excalibur.
Like that. And the guys all.
You gotta remember what name you bullshitted, so you're like, who are they looking for? Oh, me, crap.
Well, because I don't hear it when I come out. Hey, come on. I mean, how often does that name pop up? So they're referring to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So they would just come up to me. They would just try to start some shit with me and stuff like that. And I always just stood my ground on everything. The ticket is just standing your ground, watching everything as you go, making sure they're not going to do some quick little sucker punch on you or something like that. You just give them just look at them straight in the eyes. You know what I mean? And just like, what's the problem? And depending what the problem is, sometimes it's just like they would just want to say like just be friendly. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just the approach. But it was always one of those things where I had to stand my ground regardless of where I was, you know what I mean? And just keeping an eye on my surroundings and, stuff like that, and with my brother real quick, that was a different matter because he's a known brawler. Okay, my brother.
He goes in looking to pick shit.
Yeah, and he was always getting in there, and getting into everything. And we always had an understanding when I would go out with him that when I tell him something, he needs to listen to me. You know what I mean? Because, he knows that I'm doing it for a reason. You know what I mean? So another quick example was when we were at another bar in an area where we were just hanging out, and he just happened to get up and go into the bathroom, and we were sitting up on the bar. And there was this, I'm sitting down, my brother was sitting to the left of me, and there was this friendly couple, it must have been their first date or whatever. You know how you see them, you know how they act and stuff like that. You could tell if they're going out for the first time or
they're new
and stuff like that. So anyway, they came by on my side, and like I said, my brother was sitting on the left side. So I saw them, and then the guy politely, he just said, hey, is it okay, if you can scoot over, that way me and my date can sit? I said, yeah, no problem, man. I got up and I sat down and moved over, and I sat down, and then here comes my brother, and I'm just watching him. You know what I mean? Because he was just a magnet for that stuff too. So he goes around, and where he was sitting to the left of me, the guy is sitting there now, and his girl, further to the left.
Okay.
So he taps him, pa, 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 like that. You know what I mean? He goes, that's my chair. You know what I mean? And you just see the whiteness of that guy. I mean, this color just faded out from him. You know what I mean? And I looked over, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just like, hey, no, your chair's over here, dude. I go, sit over here. You know what I mean? And then he hesitated a little bit. And then that reminder must have kicked into his head. He goes, okay, yeah, Pico's telling me this.
Stop being an ass.
So he goes over to my right of me now, and he sits down, and then the couple, the chick was like shitting bricks and everything, and the guy was just like, damn, you know what I mean? Because my brother is big, You know, he's 6 feet. So he leans over and he goes, "Oh man, you know what? Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much." I said, "No problem, man. Take it easy." And I was just like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get you guys, you know, a drink if that's okay."
For scaring the crap out of
For
you
scaring
all.
the crap out of him.
They think it's a setup, like you
so
set him up.
so I'm just doing this, you know, yeah, you know, I'm a hero, you know, that kind of shit. You know? And then there's my brother just eyeballing me, like, staring at me, and I'm just like,
Because
what?
you made him look like a big ass.
No, well, I mean, you know, I probably saved his ass that night. You know what I mean? From getting in any trouble, he's just eyeballing me, giving me that look because he's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass when we're out of this bar." And I look at him, I'm just like, "What?" You know? So anyway, all right, folks. Well, that was just a quick little segment on the bar stories. I have plenty more. If you guys want to hear more, you guys know how to reach us on our platforms, YouTube and
Facebook. And
Facebook.
you can reach us at Pico Explains with one S at gmail.com, guys.
Yeah, all the information is in the description box,
Yep.
folks. So, as we always say, be good to your pets and be good to one another, and we'll see you again.
Okay. Bye, guys.